Hey everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Phoenix Wright. So this blue jerk, Mr. Red White, is giving us all kinds of trouble. And I think he's kicked us out. So it's time for us to take what we know of this guy and get out of here. So we can either go try to talk to Grossberg or go back to the detention center and talk to Miss May. So let's just go see if the Grossberg's even here. Oh, he's not saying anything. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat? Ahem, like he always does. Jumping Jehoshaphat's. Oh, you. What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. Yikes, that's cutting pretty close there, buddy. I'm not senile yet. Well, good. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. Alright, dude. We need to talk to you. Today's trial. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep. Okay. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl. Your refusal. I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know. A right? Mr. Wright? Hey-o. No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. Mr. White, so I paid Blue Corp a visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just that big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said had, quote, you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp. Red White's office. So, you noticed. It's hard not to. It's huge. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know what it is. He's blackmailing your lovers. Well, this is very close, but he's blackmailing you. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof. Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate? I've never played this game, and I don't know what's going to happen. But I'd say there's a high chance that after I push this button, a sniper shot is going to ring out and this man's going down. What's he talking about? Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years? All because of the Dl6 incident, as you may have guessed. Ah, so he got busted for, framing Mia's mom. The name on the back of those photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible. Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore, to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. And it looks like the weight of some pastries as well, my friend. What is the Dl6 incident? Dl6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium. A spirit medium. A medium? Her name was Misty Faye. Faye? Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the Dl6 Incident. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The Dl6 Incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know, but one person found out. I told him. You told White? He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Interesting. Can I present this to him? Sorry, my boy, I don't think I can help you with that. No, He can't help me with much at all, can he? Alright. No, he ain't helping me. No, nothing new to examine. Alright, well, then let's get out of here, I guess. Let's go back. He said take a look at the office. Let's take a look. It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Let's look. Painting at the phone? Plant. Window. Well, it's all giving me the check mark. Ooh, what about this? All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Well, T to Z would be White. T, U, I know, W, White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? All the cases. Anything here? If there's a record in this file that catches my eye. Get it? Oh, boy. Misty Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Read it. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Alright. Well, let's take a look at this. J through S, nothing much here. Skim it. The biggest part's here at the end. S, suicide. Ew, she has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. What? There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these, quote, suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Article about a politician's suicide. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I can use that to get... Miss May to talk? Let's go. Let's go to the detention center. See what's going on here. Apparently, Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Alright, move. Let's go to talk to Grossberg. Can I present him with this clipping? I found this in Mia's files. So she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Not a bad idea. Alright, let's check back here. No, I don't think there's going to be anything, because I've already looked through it all. Can I go back to Blue Core? Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. Blackmail. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, I gotta present him with the clippings. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia. She had a file with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to that politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, no, no. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Beep. Secretary's office. Hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're right. You're absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now, and I'm staring him right in the face. And actually, I've done better. I found him. He's sitting right in front of me. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was on to you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Beep. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor? I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed a murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. He's gonna blame me. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police, now. Beep. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, butts. Hairy butts. Right, actually, Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right, sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe. I present you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Maya. Wright! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Ha, now I'm afraid we've switched places. Oh, they let her out because I'm the suspect. What? You mean you... I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you? This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Defend me in court. All right, you can be my defense lawyer tomorrow. All right. Huh? Leave it to me. I am Mia's sister after all. Lawyership runs in our blood. Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood? I'd better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Law for Rookies. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay, then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials for the purposes of this game. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case, with the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him. To be continued. My God. Yeah, save it. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah, one way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix. Look. Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be, quote, the quote, absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What does White have on the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty, end of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. Oh my God. This is the worst prosecutor in history. So I make that my policy. I make everyone guilty. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait, your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? I love how everyone's so surprised by that. I'm a lawyer. Why would it be impossible? Okay, let's do this. Courtroom number 1. We always get courtroom number 1. This beautiful Hall of Justice. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Raise an objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Oh boy. Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Oh yeah, there he is. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Whoa, he's got rings everywhere. I didn't realize his other hand also had 4 rings. He is unreal. Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! The two are great. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I like how whoever localized this game just refuses to use it, Spanish accent marks or tildes, any kind of punctuation. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corps. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Ahem. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? You have been in some really tough cases here, dude. Ho ho ho! Hey, look at all this bling. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Whoa. Let him have it, Phoenix. Witness's account. Let's see. It was about 9 p.m., I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man, attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. This trial's over. I mean, why even bother? Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright. So, I guess let's press him. How do you know what was the time? Because I am always absolutely perfect. Abso-positively perfect, you know? No. You're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, What was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9 p.m. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too. Okay. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May, but he testified that he did not see you at the time. Ahem, this is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at the time? I was quietly perusifying, that's reading some papers, by the window. She said she was watching TV. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone on this Fay woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Ho, 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 I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always positively perfect. I'm going to need to see my court record about this. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail? Alright. Let me check this document. It says that she ran away to the left, but actually it looks like she ran away to the right. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. What? Wait a minute. I couldn't present that. But this... Huh. Oh, here's the one that I want. Sorry, wrong one. Wait right there, Mr. White. You've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Huh? Oh, ho, ho, it's simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Slap, slap, slap. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Oh! Look at that face. My goodness. Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. That's because he was in the room. And so it was the left to him. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. Wright says left. Can you explain the contradiction? Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth. For once, because he was in there. No. Ha! I doubt it, or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? I've pooped my pants. Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order in this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. Oh, he's sweating. Objection. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Hey! Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see? You hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? Well, of course. You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Alright. So, I hit her twice. Well, let's check the old autopsy. Died from a blow by a blunt object. Can I press him? What do you mean first? First? That is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please, sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First she ran to the left, and then you hit her. Savagely. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. What do you mean next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. Stop saying it was me. But it was you. Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing? May I continue? Alright. I need to present the autopsy. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What? What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, Mr. White. Mr. White? Oh, okay. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow, thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it's hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. She dodged. I looked at the other window. What do you mean by that? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press it further. How could you hear it from your, quote, hotel room, Mr. White? Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Oh, okay. Of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Then the next moment I saw... No. Look at the document. It shows the field of view, right? He couldn't have seen it. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Yes. Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you'd be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Super blue background. Oh my god. Looks like a zombie. Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Your Honor? Miss Mia. Heh. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. Objection. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Look, I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order, Mr. Edgeworth. Explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corps. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't, Mr. White. In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time when Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Ahem, leave it to me. I feel faint. The wiretapping. Oh my goodness. So we're going to have to press this bejeweled nightmare of a man about this wiretapping, and that is what we will get into in the next episode. I believe this is a good cliffhanger moment for us to leave it at, and I can't wait to put this guy down. I hope you can't either. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an excellent evening or day, and I will check you guys in the next episode of Phoenix Wright when we wipe the smug look off this purple-haired, blue-eyed, polka-dot tie character. I'm just going to use a neutral word, character. All right, everybody. Take care.